Hi, I'm pretty excited because I just delivered my new Fuwei embroidery machine. I'm really excited to get it unpacked and assembled, and I want you to join me for that, along with a team who will be helping you unpack and set up the machine. It doesn't take a lot of time to do it, but we want to make sure that they will be relaxed and have a good time to doing it. Now we can cut the strips to open the box. Take off the upper cover. When take off the outer carton, please be careful of the parts aside the machine. Take down the tabletop. Open the plastic bag and take out all the spare parts and toolbox. The different sized frames will be used later, so be careful when you take them out. Now I open the tabletop package. To set up the table is very easy. First, join the two standers. Use the hexagon screws. Make sure to fix it tightly. Then fix the bottom tray. Now we put the stand on the table. Use the cross screws to fix it with the table. The table have wheels for easy moving. Please make sure it is braked before you put the machine on it. Lift the machine on the table. Take out the 4 pieces levering feet from the toolkit and fix them on the machine properly. You can adjust the levering feet to make sure machine is on the flat lever. Before put on the cones, we need to lift up the thread holder. Use hexagon drive, release the screws and thread holder, then lift it up to the height you want. Then tighten it again. Now we are going to put on the tubes. Attach the thread tubes between the slab just below the top thread tensional and the slab above the first thread guide above the tension base. I would like to put tubes from central one. Count the slat and make sure you attach the tube correctly to the matching slats, then one by one to the both sides of the tensional. Now we are going to put thread on the machine. There are different types of threads: cotton, rayon, polyester, metallic, and the others. Also, we have different types of cones. It can be bigger one or the small one. If possible, don't put the similar colors closed. You will use every eyelet on the thread tray to guide the thread in a straight path toward the first tensioner. To assure that you use each eyelet, follow this procedure. Set the threads by the same way. Pass the thread through the small aisle above the top of the first tensional. Pass the thread to the right side of the top tensional. Remove the thread tubes. Find the threading insert from the accessories and pass the thread all the way through the tube from up to the bottom. Reattach the tube on its slat. Pass the thread under the clip guide. Slip the thread to the left side of the post, then to the right side of the tensional. Pass the thread up and over, left of the thread on the bottom of the tensional. Place the knot in the disc over the post. Pass the thread on the left side of the post. Round the thread from the right side through the rail of disc. The thread should in cross direction. Pass the thread on the left side of the post. Press the thread under the bottom thread clip. Pass the thread under the bars and through the round track spring. Pull the thread to the take-up lever. Pass the thread through the take-up lever and down through the two ceramic aisles. Later, when you are embroidering, you can use the lever to adjust the spring to give the better performance according to the weight of the fabric being embroidered. When embroidering heavy materials, place the spring lower. Place the spring higher when embroidering light materials. Pass the thread through the eye of the needle from the front and down through the press foot. Pull the thread up into the spring to be held them until you need it for embroidery. You can command the machine to trim each threaded needle. To pull the thread from the spring to be held behind the needle in the thread holder. That is optional. On the control panel, press the number of the needle that you wish to trim. For example, press number 1 and the scissor. The machine will trim needle number 1. Press number 2 and the scissor. The machine will trim needle number 2. Repeat for each needles that you want. For the needle number 10 or above, for example, needle number 10, you need to press button 10 plus, then 0, then scissor. The machine will trim needle number 10. Before you put frames, please switch on the machine. Then it will be more easy for you to push the frame inside the clips. Attach cap frame holder on the edge of the table. Attach the cap frame on it. Pull out the sweat band under the cap on the frame. Center the cap with the frame. Pull the cap on the frame and close the latch. Clip the excess fabric on the posts on each side of the frame. Slowly round the frame with cap to match the frame holder and use the 3 clips on the holders to fix it tightly. When you want to remove it out, just press on the 3 clips and take the frame out. If you want to do other embroidery, you need to remove the cap drive. Release the screws on the top of the X drive and below the X drive and then release the screws. Beside the frame holder, which is fixing with the rotary hook arm, you can take out the whole cap drive easily. Now we put the upper table that you will use when embroidery on large frames. Push the table inside. Make sure the two metal parts insert in the matched port. Use the cross screws. Fix the table on the both sides of the machine. To use the largest frame, you should put the two pieces frame holder on the last couple of slots of the both sides. Please note the open side of the metal part of the frame should toward the machine, as it is going under the clip. When inserted correctly and completely, the knots on the hoop are held securely under the pawns near the end of the clips. Change needle after 3 thread breaks in a short period. Release screw on the needle nip, then remove the old needle. The needle have long groove on front, with a long groove facing the front of the machine. Insert the needle into the needle nip. Until it can't be inserted no further, tighten the screw when it is ready. Remove the bobbin case by lifting the latch, pulling it toward you. Hold the bobbin by the ledge in one hand. In the other hand, hold the bobbin with the thread coming over the top into the left. Insert into the case. Pull the bobbin thread under the tension plate and out the knot of the other end. Pass the thread through the small pigtail. Insert the bobbin into the machine with the tail no longer than 3 inches. To use the other different sized frames, you can put the frame hold on the third couple of the thread from the each edge. Keep the t-shirt flat on the table. Put the outer frame inside the t-shirt on the place you want to make embroidery. Press the inner frame on the outer frame. Make the fabric tightly that can give you a beautiful embroidery. Put the frame on the machine carefully. Make sure no more fabrics under the framed place. The frame have one screw to adjust its size. By the adjust this screw, it can use for the different thickness of the fabric. The computer has 2 modes, management status and working status. On the management status, press the button Design. Press up and down button. Select number 2. Input design to memory. Press the button Enter. Then select the design which you want. Now the computer is copying design from USB. After it finish, press the button Escape. To start embroidery, first you need to select the design. Press the button Design. Select number 1. Select the design for embroidery and select the design which you want. Press Enter. Now we need to set the color change order if necessary. Press the button Set Color Order. Select number 1. Then press button Enter. You can set the needle number with its thread color according to the design. After you set up color order, press button Enter. Later the machine will change the color automatically by this turn. Now the design is ready. We need to confirm for embroidery. Press the yellow button for Confirm the embroidery. The screen shows machine under working status. To make sure there is enough space on frame for the design, you can use the button Home. Select Design Range Check. Press Enter. When the frame starts moving, watch needle number 1 to make sure it is within the hoop at all the time. The different sized frames have its right marks from A to F on the machine. When you are using different frames, choose the right one on the machine. It can protect the machine, not stitch out of the frame. On the monitor, press Other. Select number 7. Press Enter. Select number 1. Press Enter. Press page down 3 times. Then on the column number 5, you can get the size of the frame you will use. Use the button Speed Up, Down. Can have different options. Turn off power to the machine before cleaning or oiling. Once a day, oiling the rotary hook. Once a week, cleaning the rotary hook. Once a week, oiling the main shaft. Once a day, oiling the rotary hook shaft. Once a day, oiling the needle bar. Once a day, oiling the shaft cover. Every 6 months, oiling the hook shaft gear and lower shaft gear. Every 6 months, oiling the trim cam and gear. Every 6 months, oiling the color change cam. Stitch a swatch after oiling before returning to production.